As we start off the race, we see due to smoke a blunt from Team for 20 currently in position 25, trailing by about 4.9 for 3 seconds from the pole. Unknowns is currently holding the 6th position. Meanwhile, Resulti Adhar from Team Quark Express is putting up a strong fight, currently in 2nd place and just 0.4 seconds behind the leader, BGT 1990. Finally, the safety car is entering the pits, currently in 40th position. Stay tuned as the race unfolds. We just started the race and things are already heating up on the track. Resulti Adhar from Team Quark Express is currently in 25th position, while Lacroix from Team Blast is doing a great job holding onto 2nd place. Amin San from Team Navgum Kings is also putting in a strong performance, currently in 2nd place as well. Osmanius in 20 is not far behind, currently in 4th position. It's early days in the race, but the competition is definitely fierce. Stay tuned for more updates. In this race, we have Bucksize Row from Team Quark Express currently in 6th position. On the other hand, Lacroix from Team Blast is doing really well and is currently in 3rd place. So let's see how their strategies play out as the race continues. Currently in the race, we have Unknowns in position 5, while Lacroix from Team Blast is in position 3. Lacroix is currently 0.4 seconds behind Amin San from Team Navgum Kings, who is in position 2. It's still early in the race, but things are definitely heating up. Stay tuned for more updates as the race progresses. As we watch the racing cars driven by artificial intelligence in the racing simulator, we have Unknowns currently in 5th position, driving a Gumpert. They are 0.3 seconds ahead of Bucksize Row from Team Quark Express in 6th position. Amin San from Team Navgum Kings is currently in 3rd position, trailing 0.4 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast in 2nd position. Unknown's best lap is a 1:51.190, pushing them 2.7 for 9 seconds off the fastest lap. Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 8th position, trailing behind Punished Weasel in 7th position by a distance of 0.3. Unknowns is holding the 5th position and is 0.4 seconds behind Osmanius in 20 in 4th position. Additionally, Punished Weasel is currently in 7th position and is 0.4 seconds behind Bucksize Row from Team Quark Express in 6th position. Lastly, Unknowns remains in 5th position, trailing Osmanius in 20 by a margin of 0.5 seconds. Here's a quick recap of what just happened on the racing track. We have Bucksize Row from Team Quark Express currently in 6th position, driving a Bugatti. They are 0.4 seconds behind Unknowns, who is in 5th position. Unknowns has a slight lead of 0.3 seconds ahead of Bucksize Row from Team Quark Express. Meanwhile, Punished Weasel is in 7th position, with a close 0.3 second lead over Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports, who is in 8th position. Stay tuned for more exciting moments on the track. Right now we're in the middle of an intense race with some AR-controlled cars. In first place, we have Sabine 27 from Team Blast, closely followed by Lacroix from Team Blast. Osmanusin 20 is holding on to 4th position, with Unknowns just behind in 5th. Buckseye's from Team Quark Express is currently in 6th place, with Punished Weasel in 7th. The competition is fierce, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds as the race progresses. We have Lacroix from Team Blast currently in 2nd place, trailing behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast, who's leading the race. Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 8th position with a best lap of 1:43.598, just 1.301 seconds off the fastest lap. Luke Runs is in 16th place, right behind R.R. Raphael from Team Blast, who's in 15th position. Unknowns is holding strong in 6th place, just slightly ahead of Punished Weasel in 7th position. It's worth noting that Punished Weasel was 0.7 seconds faster than Unknowns on the last lap. That's the update for now, everyone. Here's a quick recap of what just happened in the race. Lacroix from Team Blast is currently in 2nd place, trailing behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast, who is leading the race. Punished Weasel is currently in 5th position, just slightly behind Osmanusin 20 in 4th. Lacroix from Team Blast remains consistent in 2nd place, trying to close the gap with Sabine 27 from Team Blast. Additionally, Punished Weasel is holding onto 5th position, maintaining a slight lead over Buckseye's from Team Quark Express in 6th. Stay tuned for more exciting developments as the race progresses. We have Punished Weasel currently in 5th position, trailing behind Osmanusin 20 in 4th position by 0.4 seconds. On the other hand, Buckseye's from Team Quark Express is currently in 6th position, 0.4 seconds behind Punished Weasel. In terms of performance, Punished Weasel was 1.0 second faster than Buckseye's in the last lap. Overall, it's an intense battle between these two drivers. Currently in the race, we have Buckseye's from Team Quark Express in 6th position, closely followed by Punished Weasel in 5th position. Osmanusin 20 is holding onto 5th place with a best lap time of 1:43.513, just 1.76 seconds off the fastest lap. Lacroix from Team Blast is doing well in 2nd place, only 0.5 seconds behind Sabine 27 from the same team in 1st place. Unknowns is trailing behind in 7th place, and is just 0.1 seconds behind Buckseye's in 6th position. Exciting stuff happening on the track. Here's a quick recap of the current standings in the race. In 1st place, we have Sabine 27 from Team Blast, closely followed by Lacroix from Team Blast in 2nd place. In 7th place, we have Buckseye's from Team Quark Express, just behind Unknowns in 6th. Moving down the leaderboard, Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 8th position, with Renandanters 1 in 9th place. That's all for now, let's see how they continue to battle it out on the track. Here's a quick recap of the current standings in the race. Currently in 6th place, we have Unknowns, who is just 0.2 seconds behind Osmanusin 20 in 5th place. Right behind them in 7th place is Buckseye's from Team Quark Express, driving a Bugatti. Interestingly, Buxizro is also just 0.3 seconds behind Unknowns in 6th place. Lastly, it's worth noting that Buxizro has recorded a best lap time of 1:43.358, which is 1.927 seconds off the fastest lap. It's definitely shaping up to be an exciting race, so let's see how the rest unfolds. Let's do a quick recap of the current positions in the race. Team Lunar Motorsports driver Silver Gaming is currently in 8th position, trailing behind Buxizro from Team Quark Express, who is in 7th place. Both drivers are separated by a gap of 0.5 seconds. Meanwhile, Osmanusin 20 is holding onto 6th position, with Buxizro trailing behind by 0.4 seconds. It's a close battle between Silver Gaming and Buxizro as they fight for a better position. Renandanters 1 is currently in 9th place, chasing behind Silver Gaming with a gap of 0.5 seconds. That's it for the recap. Let's see how this We have Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in 8th position, just half a second behind Buxizro from Team Quark Express in 7th. Speaking of Buxizro, they are currently 0.3 seconds behind Osmanusin 20 in 6th position. Meanwhile, Renandanters 1 is trailing behind in 9th position, about half a second behind Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports. That's the current rundown. Buxizro from Team Quark Express is currently in 7th place, trailing behind Osmanusin 20 in 6th by 0.4 seconds. At the same time, Unknowns is currently holding the 5th position, with a 0.5 second gap behind Punished Weasel in 4th. Additionally, Buxizro from Team Quark Express trails Osmanusin 20 by 0.3 seconds in the 7th position. Lastly, Unknowns is still chasing after Punished Weasel, trailing behind by 0.5 seconds in 5th place. We're currently in the middle of the race, and there have been a few changes in the positions. Right now, Buxizro from Team Quark Express is holding 7th place, with a close gap of 0.4 seconds behind Osmanusin 20 in 6th position. Meanwhile, Unknowns is performing well in 5th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Punished Weasel in 4th place. Renandanters 1 is trailing closely behind, sitting in 9th place, only 0.4 seconds behind Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in 8th position. It's an intense race so far, and the AI drivers are giving us some exciting action. Let's see how things unfold as the race progresses. We are currently in the middle of the race, and things are starting to heat up. Team Quark Express's driver, Buxizro, is currently in 7th position with a best lap time of 1 minute 42.857 seconds, which is 2.239 seconds off the fastest lap. Meanwhile, Unknowns is in 5th position and is trailing behind Punished Weasel in 4th place by just 0.4 seconds. Buxizro is also fighting for position, sitting just 0.4 seconds behind Osmanusin 20 in 6th place. It's a tight race so far, and we can't wait to see how it unfolds. Right now in the race, we have Buxizro from Team Quark Express in 7th position, trailing behind Osmanusin 20 in 6th. Meanwhile, Unknowns is holding 5th place, closely followed by Punished Weasel in 4th. Additionally, Renan Danter's 1 is currently in 9th place, just 0.3 seconds behind Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in 8th. Overall, it's a competitive race with a lot of action happening on the track. Renan Danter's 1 is currently in 9th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports in 8th place. Buses Row from Team Quark Express is currently in 7th place, trailing behind Osmanusin 20 in 6th place by 0.5 seconds. And Manos de Zangra is currently in 11th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Orifel in 10th place. Buses Row from Team Quark Express is also still in 7th place, trailing behind Osmanusin 20 in 6th place by 0.5 seconds. At the moment, Cedric from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is currently in 12th position, trailing behind Manos de Zangra who is in 11th. Meanwhile, Buck's Row from Team Quark Express is holding the 8th position while driving a Bugatti. Renan Danter's 1 is currently entering the pits in 9th position. Punished Weasel is doing well in 4th position, and Manos de Zangra is currently in 8th place. Stay tuned to see how the race unfolds. Here's a quick recap of what's been happening in the race. Currently, Cedric from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is in 9th position and is only 0.3 seconds behind Manos de Zangra who is in 8th position. Moving up the grid, Manos de Zangra is 0.4 seconds behind Orifel who currently holds 7th position. We also have Osmanusin 20 and Buck's Row from Team Quark Express exiting the pits in 20th and 21st positions respectively. And lastly, we have Renan Danter's 1 also exiting the pits but in 22nd position. Lacroix from Team Blast is currently in 2nd place with a best. Currently in the lead we have Sabine 27 from Team Blast, followed closely by Lacroix also from Team Blast in 2nd place. Judas Smoker Blunt from Team for 20 has just exiting the pits and is in 29th position. Manos de Zangra is currently in 8th place, trailing behind Orifel in 7th. Cedric from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is right behind Manos de Zangra in 9th place. These racers are really giving it their all out there on the track. Let's see what they have in store for us as the race continues. On the track, we have Lacroix from Team Blast holding onto 2nd position. We also have R.R. Raphael and Reflexer, both from Team Blast, entering the pits in 13th and 14th positions respectively. Manos de Zangra is currently chasing Orifel in position 7, trailing by just 0.3 seconds. Meanwhile, Unknown's Knowns is hot on the heels of Punished Weasel, with only 0.4 seconds separating them. It's a thrilling race so far, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Stay tuned, folks. R.R. Raphael from Team Blast just came out of the pits in position 23. Unknown's Knowns is currently in 4th place, trailing Amin San from Team Nafcom Kings by 0.5 seconds in 3rd place. Manos de Zangra is currently in 8th position, with a 0.5 second gap behind Orifel in 7th place. Alap 0C is entering the pits at the moment, and is currently in 33rd position. Unknown's Knowns is still holding strong in 4th place. And finally, Degus from Team That's What's Up just exited the pits and is now in 28th position. That's all for now, let's see how the race unfolds further. We just had a series of pit stops with the lap 0C, ST0 Nebeard, Ferrer 023, Wipe exiting the pits. Currently, Stiefsmädchenjunge is in 15th position and Sidrique from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is holding strong in 9th position. Let's see what happens next. We just witnessed Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton holding onto the 10th position, trailing behind Sidrique from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton in 9th place by a close margin of 0.3 seconds. Speaking of Sidrique, they are currently in 9th place, just 0.1 seconds behind Manos de Zangre in 8th place. Meanwhile, Dad is right behind in 10th place, trailing Sidrique from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton by 0.5 seconds. Lastly, Stiefsmädchenjunge has just made an exit from the pits, joining the race in 25th place. Stay tuned for more exciting updates. Right now we have some intense racing action going on in the simulator. Let's start off with Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton, who is currently in 10th position, trailing behind Manos de Zangre in 9th place by just 0.3 seconds. Over to Bucksizero from Team Quark Express, they are currently in 18th position and are chasing Hurst Kaiser in 17th place with a gap of 0.4 seconds. We also have Luke Runs in 24th position, close behind R. Raphael from Team Blast in 23rd place by just 0.3 seconds. Luke Runs had an impressive performance last lap, being Midnight Black 423 just exited the pits and is currently in 20th position. They lost their position to Luke Runs, who is now in 21st place. Meanwhile, Eldevo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports also exited the pits and is now in 25th position. Hurst Kaiser is right behind them in 26th place. Stay tuned for more updates as the race progresses. What just happened on the track is that Okyoki 3 from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton has dropped to 30th position, trailing behind Manamai Speeder in 29th. Slavshan from Team Bolt Bucket Motorsports has entered the pits and currently sits at 29th. Luke Runs is holding onto 21st position. Okyoki 3 from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is now at 29th, closely behind Manamai Speeder in 28th. Okyoki 3 is driving an Aston Martin. We have Luke Runs currently in 21st position, trailing behind R. Raphael from Team Blast, who is in 20th place. Bobardo from Team Blast is in 31st place, just 0.4 seconds behind Rico 079 in 30th place. We also have Slavshan from Team Bolt Bucket Motorsports exiting the pits and rejoining the race in 36th position. Finally, Reflexer is in 19th place, with a 0.4 second gap behind BGT 1990 in 18th position. Stay tuned for more updates as the race progresses. We are currently witnessing an intense race in the simulator as the AI drivers battle it out on the track. Reflexer is currently holding onto the 19th position, trailing behind BGT 1990 in 18th place by a mere 0.1 seconds. Luke Runs is not far behind, currently in 21st place, but trailing by 0.4 seconds behind RR Raphael from Team Blast in 20th position. Bobardo from Team Blast is currently trying to make up ground as they trail Rico 079 in 30th position by 0.5 seconds. Reflector has been performing well, with their best lap time of 1:43.9 for 1, although a bit behind the fastest lap. Okyoki 3 from Rizaldi Adhar said, "Are there gonna be a lot of special event today?" Unfortunately, there are no special events scheduled for today. We will have regular races on the Tor Poznan track with the modern Supercars car class. But don't worry, it's still going to be a thrilling race. Enjoy watching. Here's a quick recap of what's happening in the race right now. Luke Runs is currently in 21st place, just 0.3 seconds behind RR Raphael from Team Blast, who is in 20th place. We also have Okyoki 3 from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton, and Bobardo from Team Blast exiting the pits in 34th and 35th place respectively. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is holding strong in 12th place, while Reflector is trailing behind in 19th place, 0.5 seconds behind BGT 1990 in 18th place. Finally, Joyman 00 is making moves, only 0.4 seconds behind Duff Dad. Here's a quick recap of what's happening on the track right now. In position 2, we have Lacroix from Team Blast, trailing behind the current leader Sabine 27 from Team Blast by just 0.4 seconds. Rico 079 is currently entering the pits in position 29. Moving on to the midfield, RR Raphael from Team Blast is sitting in 20th place, with just a 0.3 second advantage over Luke Runs in position 21. Further up the pack, Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is in 12th place, closely chasing Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton, who is in position 11. Reflector is currently 19th, trying to catch. Right now in the race, we have seen some position changes on the track. Reflector has lost position 19 to RR Raphael from Team Blast. On the other hand, Manos de Zangra is currently in the 9th position, trailing behind Cedric from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton, who is in 8th place. Also, Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 12th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton in 11th place. It's exciting to see how these R-driven cars navigate the track and compete for positions. Let's see what strategies they employ as the race continues. Reflector is currently in 19th position, just half a second ahead of RR Raphael from Team Blast in 20th position. Cedric from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is holding onto the 9th position, with a slight lead of 0.3 seconds over Grand Prix from Team Wall Checkers in 10th position. Speaking of Grand Prix, their best lap time so far is a 1:42.817, which is 2.231 seconds off the fastest lap. Moving on, Unknowns Knowns is currently in 4th position, trailing just 0.4 seconds behind Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings in 3rd place. As we have Slavshan from Team Bolt Bucket Motorsports currently in position 33. Unknowns is entering the pits in 4th position, followed by Punished Weasel, who is also entering the pits in 5th position. Meanwhile, R.R. Raphael from Team Blast is currently in 22nd position, just 0.2 seconds behind Stivs Machenjunge in 21st position, who was 2.1 seconds faster last lap. Lastly, Dovdad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is currently in 12th position, just 0.2 seconds behind Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 11th position. We just saw Nobisator enter the pits and currently holds onto the 30th position. Meanwhile, Punished Weasel and Unknowns have both exited the pits in 12th and 13th positions respectively. Manos Desangra is currently doing well in the 6th position. However, Unknowns is trailing just behind Punished Weasel by 0.4 seconds in 13th place. And lastly, Due to Smoke a Blunt from Team 420 is currently in the 24th position, with a 0.4 second gap behind R.R. Raphael from Team Blast in 23rd place. Stay tuned as the race continues. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently leading the race, with a strong performance so far. Meanwhile, Bobardo from the same team is currently in 38th position. Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings is entering the pits in 2nd place, while Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is also heading to the pits from 3rd place. Keep an eye on Alap 0C, who is currently in 30th position. Lots of action happening on the track. Reflexer was in 17th place but has dropped down to 18th. Dovdad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton just made a pit stop, currently sitting in 10th place. Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports has also made a pit stop and is now in 6th place. Lacroix from Team Blast is currently in 2nd place. Lastly, Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings has just exited the pits and is sitting in 7th place. We just saw Manos Desangra exiting the pits and currently in 9th position. At the same time, Resuldiat Har from Team Quark Express is entering the pits and currently in 16th position. Grand Madeira from Team Wool Checkers has also exited the pits and is now in 10th position. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports was in 11th position, went into the pits, and now has exited in the same position. Lastly, Shondai 101 is currently in 13th position. Stay tuned for more updates as the race continues. Sidriq from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is currently in 3rd place. They made a great move and passed Lacroix from Team Blast to secure the 2nd position. On the other hand, Resuldiat Har from Team Quark Express just exited the pits and is currently in 21st place. We also saw Renan Danters 1 exit the pits and take the 22nd position. Lastly, Unknowns is holding steady in 5th place. Those were the highlights from the recent lap. Let's see what happens next. Due to Smoke a Blunt from Team 420 just exited the pits and is currently in 28th position. Moving up to the front, we have Osmanusin 20 driving a Bugatti in 15th position, closely behind Shondai 101 in 14th position. Osmanusin 20 was significantly faster than the previous lap, with a difference of 2.3 seconds. Buxisro from Team Quark Express is trailing behind in 16th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Osmanusin 20. On the other hand, Cedric from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton has just exited the pits and is now in 7th position. Lastly, Unknowns is currently Let's quickly recap what just happened on the track. Lacroix from Team Blast is currently in 2nd position, only 0.4 seconds behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast in 1st place. Unknowns sits in 4th place, also 0.4 seconds behind Punished Weasel in 3rd. Reflector has made some impressive progress, moving up to 13th place and closing in on Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton in 12th. BGT 1990 has entered the pits, currently in 19th position. Lastly, Renan Danters 1 is close behind Rizaldi Adhar from Team Quark Express in 21st place. Stay tuned for more exciting action on the track. Lacroix from Team Blast is currently in 2nd place, trailing behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast by 0.4 seconds. Lacroix was able to shave off 2.8 seconds on the last lap, showing impressive speed. BGT 1990 just exited the pits and is now in 27th position, while Rally Ranger is currently in 26th. Further down the track, Osmaniusin 20 is in 15th place, closely chasing Shondai 101 in 14th place. Lastly, Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is in 13th place, right behind Reflector in 12th place. This race is really heating up. R. Raphael from Team Blast just entered the pits and is currently in the 19th position. Osmaniusin 20 is holding onto the 14th position, with a slight lead of 0.4 seconds over Buck's Row from Team Quark Express in 15th place. On the other hand, Renan Danters 1 is trailing behind in 19th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Rizaldi Adhar from Team Quark Express in 18th place. Reflector has just exited the pits and is now in the 23rd position. Meanwhile, Lacroix from Team Blast is chasing Sabine 27 from Team Blast, with just a 0.3 second gap between them and them. Right now we have Degus from Team That's What's Up in the 22nd position, driving a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. They are currently 0.4 seconds behind Hurst Kaiser in 21st place. John 073 is entering the pits in 29th position. Renan Danters 1 is in 19th place and is just 0.3 seconds behind Rizaldi Adhar from Team Quark Express in 18th place. Osmaniusin 20 is doing well in 14th place, trailing Shondai 101 by only 0.4 seconds. Lastly, Buck's Row from Team Quark Express is currently in 15th position. Stay tuned for Let's do a quick recap of what's happening in the race right now. Currently, Manos Dezangre is driving a Gumpert and is holding the 9th position. They are just 0.4 seconds behind Orafel, who is currently in 8th place. Meanwhile, Wipe is entering the pits and currently in 39th position. Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is fighting for the 13th position, trailing behind Shondai 101 by just 0.1 second. Speaking of pits, Rally Ranger is also entering the pits and maintaining their position in 25th place. Stay tuned for more exciting updates from the race. We've just witnessed some exciting action on the track. Wagp has just come out of the pits and is now in 39th position. Degus from Team That's What's Up has also made a pit stop and is now in 27th position. Rally Ranger has joined them as well, exiting the pits and taking up 28th position. Meanwhile, Manos Dezangre is currently in 9th place, hot on the heels of Orifel, who is in 8th position. And Unknowns is not far behind, currently in 4th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Punished Weasel in 3rd position. Stay tuned folks, there's still plenty of racing. Judas Mocha Blunt from Team for 20 is currently in 25th position, just 0.3 seconds behind BGT 1990 in 24th position. Renan Danters 1 has moved up to 18th position, trailing Wizaldi Adhar from Team Quark Express by 0.4 seconds. R. Raphael from Team Blast is currently in 26th position and is chasing Judas Mocha Blunt from Team for 20, who was 42.1 seconds faster in the last lap. Lastly, Farah023 has exited the pits and is now in 37th position. That's all for now, let's see how things evolve on the track. We have Renan Danters 1 currently in 18th position, Sjus Machenjunch just exiting the pits in 23rd position, and Buxizro from Team Quark Express in 15th position, only 0.3 seconds behind Osmaniusin 20 in 14th position. We also have Eldervo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 19th position, trailing closely behind Renan Danters 1 by 0.5 seconds. Buxizro's best lap time so far is 1:40.574, just 0.151 seconds off the fastest lap. Lastly, Nobisator is just exiting the pits in 39th position. Stiftsmachenjunge is currently in position 24, maintaining a small lead of 0.4 seconds ahead of R. Raphael from Team Blast in position 25. In another close battle, Osmaniusin 20 in position 15 is trailing Buxizro from Team Quark Express by just 0.4 seconds. Hurst Kaiser is currently in 20th position and is 4.195 seconds behind the fastest lap time. Lacroix from Team Blast has a strong performance in second position with a best lap time of 1:40.771, only 0.348 seconds behind the fastest lap time. Midnight Black for 2-3 is giving a tough fight, trailing Osmaniusin 20. Lacroix from Team Blast is currently in second position, trailing behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast by 0.5 seconds. Duvdad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is in 13th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Showdown 101 in 12th place. Midnight Black for 2-3 is currently in 16th position, with a gap of 0.3 seconds from Osmaniusin 20 in 15th place. This lap has been quite intense so far, with Lacroix from Team Blast consistently chasing after the leader Sabine 27 from Team Blast. Let's see how the rest of the race unfolds. Renan Danters 1 is currently in 18th position and is trying to catch up to Wizaldi Adhar from Team Quark Express in 17th position. Eldervo 67 from Team Lunar Motorsports just pitted and is currently in 19th position. Hurst Kaiser is also entering the pits and is currently in 20th position. Renan Danters 1 has now moved up to 17th position. Judas Mocha Blunt from Team for 20 is currently in 26th position. Lastly, Midnight Black for 2-3 has just exited the pits and is now in 20th position. We've seen some exciting developments in the race. Reenandanters 1 is currently in 17th place, trailing behind Resuldi Adhar from Team Quark Express in position 16 by just 0.5 seconds. RRFIL from Team Blast is in 22nd place and is chasing BGT 1990 in position 21 by a narrow margin of 0.2 seconds. Team Lunar Motorsports driver, Eldevo67, has just left the pits in position 25, while Hurst Kaiser is following suit in position 26. And finally, Buxizro from Team Quark Express is holding onto 14th place but is trailing Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 11th position, driving a Gumpert. They are 0.5 seconds behind Grandpa Madeira from Team Wool Checkers in 10th position. Joyman 00 was 0.7 seconds faster than their competitor last lap. Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is currently in 13th position, 0.3 seconds ahead of Buxizro from Team Quark Express in 14th position. Lastly, Slavshan from Team Bolt Bucket Motorsports has just exited the pits and is currently in 35th position. Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is currently in the 13th position, trailing behind Showdown 101 in 12th place. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is right behind Grandpa Madeira from Team Wool Checkers in 10th place. However, Buxizro from Team Quark Express managed to overtake Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton, pushing them down to 14th place. Meanwhile, Reenandanters 1 is currently in the 17th position, with a small gap behind Resuldi Adhar from Team Quark Express in 16th place. Right now in the race, Lacroix from Team Blast is in 2nd position, trailing behind Sabine 27 from Team Blast. Meanwhile, Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton just overtook Buxizro from Team Quark Express for 13th position. Shondai 101 is closely behind in 14th place. On the other hand, Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is chasing after Grandpa Madeira from Team Wool Checkers in 10th position. Stay tuned as the race continues. Buxizro from Team Quark Express is currently in 14th position. Luke Runs is currently in 18th position, trailing behind Reenandanters 1 by just 0.5 seconds. Luke Runs managed to be 0.9 seconds faster than the previous lap. Moving on, Bobardo from Team Blast is currently 30th, with a gap of 0.3 seconds behind Okioki 3 from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton in 29th position. Finally, Alap 0C is currently in 34th place with a best lap time of 1:46.201, which puts them 5.778 seconds behind the fastest lap. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently in 2nd place, closely following Lacroix from Team Blast in 1st. Meanwhile, Grant Madeira from Team Wall Checkers is holding onto the 10th position, just ahead of Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 11th. Renan Danters 1 is currently in 17th and has just entered the pits, as well as Luke Runs in 19th. Bucksizero from Team Quark Express has successfully exited the pits and is now in 15th place. Lastly, Grant Madeira from Team Wall Checkers has unfortunately lost the 10th position to Joyman 00 from Team Luna Motorsports. Stay tuned to see how the rest of the race unfolds. We have Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports in 11th place, just 0.2 seconds behind Grant Madeira from Team Wall Checkers in 10th. Renan Danters 1 and Luke Runs have both just exited the pits in positions 22 and 23 respectively. R. Raphael from Team Blast is currently 20th, trailing BGT 1990 in 19th by 0.5 seconds. Osmanusin 20 is holding steady in 14th place. Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 26th position, 0.8 seconds behind Hurst Kaiser in 25th. Unknown Knowns is currently in 4th position, trailing behind Punished Weasel by just 0.3 seconds. Bobardo from Team Blast has entered the pits and is currently in 29th position. Grant Madeira from Team Wall Checkers is in 10th place, just 0.4 seconds behind Manos de Zangra in 9th position. Degus from Team That's What's Up is currently in 26th place, with a gap of 0.3 seconds behind Hurst Kaiser in 25th position. Osmanusin 20 has just left the pits and is now in 16th position. Once again, Unknown Knowns is holding strong in 4th position, now trailing Punished. Here's a quick recap of what's happening on the track. Grant Madeira from Team Wall Checkers is currently in 10th position, just 0.4 seconds behind Manos de Zangra, who is in 9th place. Bobardo from Team Blast has just exited the pits and is in 35th position. Moving up, Unknown Knowns is currently in 4th place, trailing behind Punished Weasel in 3rd position by 0.4 seconds. Grant Madeira, again from Team Wall Checkers, is still in 10th place, this time only 0.1 seconds behind Manos de Zangra. And finally, Unknown Knowns continues to hold onto 4th place, now 0.5 seconds behind Punished Weasel in 3rd position. Here's a quick recap of what's happening on the track right now. Unknown Knowns is currently in 4th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Punished Weasel, who is in 3rd. Grant Madeira from Team Wall Checkers is in 10th position, also 0.3 seconds behind Manos de Zangra, who is in 9th. Bucksizero from Team Quark Express is in 16th position, and just 0.3 seconds behind Reflector in 15th. Lastly, Osmanusin 20 is currently in 17th position with a best lap time of 1:41.962, which is 1.539 seconds off the fastest lap. Stay tuned to see how this race unfolds. Here's a quick recap of what's been happening in the race so far. Joyman 00 from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 11th position, with his best lap time being 1:42.546, which puts him 2.123 seconds off the fastest lap so far. We also have Unknown Knowns in 4th position, trailing by 0.4 seconds behind Punished Weasel in 3rd. Luke Runs is currently in 23rd position, only 0.3 seconds behind Renan Danter's 1 in 22nd. Furthermore, Osmanusin 20 is in 17th position, 0.4 seconds behind Bucksizero from Team Quark Express in 16th. It's been an exciting race so far, and Rally Ranger in the Porsche 911 GT3 RS is currently in 27th position, trailing Degus from Team That's What's Up, who is in 26th. Rico 079 made a pit stop and is currently in 30th position. RRFIL from Team Blast is currently in 20th position, just 0.4 seconds behind BGT 1990 in 19th. Luke Runs is currently in 23rd position, just 0.3 seconds behind Renan Danter's 1 in 22nd. Luke Runs had an impressive lap time last lap, being 1.8 seconds faster. Overall, it's been an exciting race so far with lots of movement in the Reflector just exited the pits and is now in position 20. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is currently second and is only 0.3 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast in the lead. Sabine 27 was 2.1 seconds faster than Lacroix last lap. Osmanusin 20 is in 16th position, trailing behind Bucksizero from Team Quark Express in 15th position by 0.4 seconds. Osmanusin 20 managed to be 1.2 seconds faster than Bucksizero last lap. RRFIL from Team Blast is exiting the pits and is now in position 27. Luke Runs is currently in position 21. That's the current state of Right now we have Osmanusin 20 in 16th place, just 0.3 seconds behind Bucksizero from Team Quark Express in 15th. Alap 0C has decided to pit, currently holding 31st place. Sabine 27 from Team Blast is giving a strong performance, currently sitting in 2nd place, only 0.5 seconds behind Lacroix from Team Blast in 1st position. Manos de Zangra is doing well, currently in 10th place and battling it out with Grand Madeira from Team Wool Checkers, who is in 9th place, just 0.3 seconds ahead. Finally, we have Orifel in 8th position, with Grand Madeira right on their tail, trailing. Hurst Kaiser is currently in 24th place, while Ferra 023 is in 31st place with a best lap time of 1:46.993. Hurst Kaiser has a half-second lead over Rally Ranger, who is currently in 25th place. Street Zero Nebeard from Team Church of Forced Induction has just left the pits and is now in 37th position. Grand Madeira from Team Wool Checkers is doing well in 9th place. Lastly, Wipe is heading into the pits and is currently in 39th place. That's the update for now. We just witnessed some intense racing action on the track. Currently, Manos de Zangra is holding onto the 10th position, trailing behind Grand Madeira from Team Wool Checkers by just 0.3 seconds. On the other hand, Grand Madeira from Team Wool Checkers is in 9th place, with a small lead of 0.3 seconds over Manos de Zangra. It's a close battle between these two drivers. Meanwhile, Wipe has just completed their pit stop and is rejoining the race in the 39th position. The competition is heating up, and it will be interesting to see who comes out on top in the remaining laps. Stay tuned. We are currently in the middle of the race with just a few laps left. Degus from Team That's What's Up has just entered the pits and is currently in 26th position. Meanwhile, Punished Weasel is holding strong in 5th position. Farah023 has just finished his pit stop and is now in 36th position. Sabine27 from Team Blast is maintaining a solid 2nd position, while Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is hot on their tail in 4th place, just 0.3 seconds behind Unknowns in 3rd. Finally, Manos de Zangra is putting up a good fight in 9th position, trailing just 0.4 seconds behind Orifel in 8th place. Stay tuned as the Silver Gaming from Team Lunar Motorsports is currently in 4th position, driving a Gumpert. They are currently 0.4 seconds behind Unknowns in 3rd position. Meanwhile, Buxizro from Team Quark Express is in 15th position, 0.5 seconds behind Rizaldi Adhar from Team Quark Express in 14th position. Stifsmädchen Junge has entered the pits while in 19th position. On the other hand, Minamai Speeter has just exited the pits in 32nd position. Silver Gaming's best lap so far is a 140.725, just 0.302 seconds off the fastest lap. Currently on the racetrack we have Bobardo from Team Blast in 30th position, trailing behind Slavshan from Team Bolt Bucket Motorsports in 29th place. Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings is holding strong in 5th position, just a fraction of a second off the fastest lap. Stifsmädchen Junge is exiting the pits and rejoining the race in 24th place. Okyoki 3 from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton is currently positioned 31st. Lacroix from Team Blast has just completed their pit stop and is back in the race in 3rd place. Finally, Renan Danters 1 is currently in 21st place, trailing behind Reflexer who is in Amin San from Team Nafgum Kings has just exited the pits and is currently in position 7. Moving on, we have Buxizro from Team Quark Express who is currently in position 15, trailing behind Rizaldi Adhar from Team Quark Express in position 14 by 0.5 seconds. Reflexer is currently holding position 21. In addition, Sabine27 from Team Blast has just entered the pits but is still maintaining the lead in position 1. Let's see how this race unfolds. We have Buxizro from Team Quark Express currently in 15th position, just 0.3 seconds behind Rizaldi Adhar from Team Quark Express in 14th position. Meanwhile, Judas Smoke Blunt from Team for 20 is currently in 26th position, trailing behind Stifsmädchen Junge in 25th position by 0.3 seconds. Moving on, Punished Weasel is currently in 5th position, driving a Gumpert, and is just 0.5 seconds behind Unknowns in 4th position. Lastly, Sabine27 from Team Blast is exiting the pits and currently holds the 2nd position. That's the recap so far. Let's see how the race unfolds as we approach. We just saw Manos de Zangra and Orifel enter the pits in positions 8 and 9 respectively. Meanwhile, Grandpa Madeira from Team Wall Checkers currently holds position 10. Nobisader is lagging behind in position 38, 1.6 seconds behind ST0 Nebeard from Team Church of Forced Induction in position 37. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports also just entered the pits, currently in 11th place. Lastly, Bucksizero from Team Quark Express is holding position 15, just 0.4 seconds ahead of Osmanusin20 in position 16. Exciting stuff happening on the track. Joyman00 from Team Lunar Motorsports just exited the pits and is currently holding onto the 11th position. Duvdad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton also completed his pit stop and is now in 12th place. Meanwhile, Showdown 101 is currently in 13th position and just finished their pit stop as well. We're getting closer to the end of the race, and it's all about strategy and skill at this point. Stay tuned to see how these racers navigate the final laps. Midnight Black 423 has just entered the pits in position 17. They are currently holding that position. Meanwhile, Renan Danters 1 is in 20th place, trailing behind Luke Runs in 19th by 0.3 seconds. Moving on, Osmanusin20 is in position 14, chasing Showdown 101 in 13th by a margin of 0.4 seconds. Punished Weasel is currently in 5th place, putting pressure on Unknowns in 4th. Punished Weasel was able to gain 0.6 seconds on the last lap. Lastly, Bucksizero from Team Quark Express has completed their pit stop and re-entered the race in 16th place. That's We have Grand Madeira from Team Wall Checkers currently in 10th position, just 0.2 seconds behind Manos de Zangra in 9th place. On the last lap, Grand Madeira was able to gain a significant advantage with a 2.6 second faster lap time. Also, we see that Punished Weasel is currently in 5th position, trailing behind Unknowns by just 0.1 seconds. And it looks like Punished Weasel made a successful overtaking move, as they have passed Unknowns for 4th place. Renan Danters 1 and Luke Runs have both exited the pits, with Renan Danters 1 in 23rd position and Luke Runs in 24th place. Finally, Grand Reflector is currently in 17th position, just half a second behind Bucksizero from Team Quark Express in 16th place. Meanwhile, Grand Madeira from Team Wall Checkers is holding onto 10th place, trailing Manos de Zangra by 0.4 seconds. Slavshan from Team Bolt Bucket Motorsports has just entered the pits and is currently in 29th position. As for Osmanusin20, they started in 15th place but lost their position to Bucksizero from Team Quark Express. That's all for this update, stay tuned. Reflector is currently in 15th position, holding off Bucksizero from Team Quark Express in 16th position by a narrow 0.3 second margin. Reflector managed to gain an impressive 40.6 seconds on the last lap. We have Punished Weasel trailing behind Unknowns in 5th position by just 0.5 seconds. Punished Weasel is putting up a strong fight to climb up the ranks. Meanwhile, Slavshan from Team Bolt Bucket Motorsports has just exited the pits and is now in 35th position. On the other hand, Judas Smokablunt from Team 420 is entering the pits and is currently positioned at 23rd place. That's all for now, folks. Punished Weasel is currently in 5th position, trailing behind unknowns in 4th place by just 0.5 seconds. Meanwhile, Judas Smokeblunt from Team 420 is rejoining the race in 28th position after exiting the pits. Grant Pramadira from Team Wall Checkers is currently in 10th place, trailing 0.5 seconds behind Manos Dezangre in 9th position, who managed to be 0.9 seconds faster on the last lap. Additionally, BGT 1990 is entering the pits and currently holding onto the 17th position. That's all for now, folks. Currently, Punished Weasel is in position 4, driving a Gumpert, and is trailing behind Unknowns in position 3. BGT 1990 just came out of the pits, now positioned at 22nd place. And Manamais Peter is currently in 32nd place, just behind John 073 in 31st position. That's what's happening on the track right now. Let's see how things unfold in the remaining laps. Renan Dantas 1 is currently in 21st position and is trailing behind Stiftsmachen Junge in 20th by 0.4 seconds. Unknowns has climbed up to 5th place, just 0.2 seconds behind Punished Weasel in 4th. Nobisader has entered the pits while holding onto 38th position. Lastly, Unknowns successfully overtook Punished Weasel for 4th place. That's the current rundown of what just happened on the track. Osmaniusin 20 is currently in 16th position, trailing behind Reflexer in 15th place by 0.5 seconds. Punished Weasel is currently in 5th position and is just 0.3 seconds behind Unknowns in 4th place. Osmaniusin 20 remains in 16th place, still trailing Reflexer by 0.5 seconds. Nobisader has just exited the pits and is now in 38th position. Punished Weasel continues to hold onto 5th position but is now 0.4 seconds behind Unknowns in 4th. It's worth noting that Punished Weasel was 0.7 seconds faster than Unknowns on the last. Osmaniusin 20 is currently in 16th position, while Midnight Black for 2-3 is in 18th position. Midnight Black for 2-3 has a best lap time of 1:44.005, which is 3.582 seconds of the fastest lap. Unknowns is currently in 5th position, only 0.4 seconds behind Punished Weasel in 4th position. Midnight Black for 2-3 is trailing behind Rizaldi Adhar from Team Quark Express in 17th position by 0.5 seconds. Lastly, Osmaniusin 20 is currently in 16th position and is 0.4 seconds behind Reflexer in 15th position. Silver Gaming said, do teammates block? Oh, teammates blocking can be quite frustrating, right? It's not uncommon to see some friendly competition on the track. It adds a layer of excitement and challenge to the races. Just remember to stay focused and find the right opportunity to make your move. Good luck out there. Cedric said, all race in QR event or is mixed long and endurance. Hey Cedric. The races in the queue are a mix of both. Some are shorter sprint races, while others are longer endurance races. It adds a nice variety to keep things interesting. Enjoy the racing. We're on lap 43 out of 45, and there have been some exciting developments in the race. Luke Rons has moved up to position 21, currently 0.3 seconds behind Stiftsmachen in position 20. Meanwhile, Punished Weasel is holding strong in position 5, just 0.4 seconds behind Unknowns in position 4. We also have Okioki 3 from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton exiting the pits and rejoining the race in position 36. And Midnight Black for 2-3 is currently in position 17, trailing Rizaldi Adhar from Team Quark Express by 0.5 seconds in position 16. Stay tuned for the final laps. We are currently witnessing an intense race in the simulator. Lacroix from Team Blast is leading the pack, with Sabine 27 from the same team hot on their tail. In the middle of the pack, we have Renan Danters 1 and Stiftsmachen battling it out for positions 19 and 20 respectively. Meanwhile, Midnight Black for 2-3 is trying to gain ground on Rizaldi Adhar from Team Quark Express in position 16. And in the top 5, Punished Weasel is currently holding onto 5th place, closely followed by Unknowns. Lastly, Amin San from Team Navgum Kings is not far behind in 6th place. The tension is high as we approach the final laps. We just witnessed Jump 073 exit the pits in position 35. Meanwhile, Manos de Zangra is currently in 10th place and is trailing Grandpa Madeira from Team Wool Checkers by just 0.5 seconds. ST0 Nebeard of Team Church of Forced Induction is now entering the pits in position 37, while Alap 0C has just exited the pits and is now in position 36. Shondai 101, on the other hand, is holding steady in position 13. Lastly, Manos de Zangra remains in 10th place, behind Grandpa Madeira from Team Wool Checkers by 0.3 seconds. Quite an eventful lap so far. Shondai 101 is currently in 13th place and is only 0.4 seconds behind Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton in 12th place. Shondai 101 was 1.7 seconds faster than the previous lap, showing great improvement. ST0 Nebeard from Team Church of Forced Induction just exited the pits and is now in 37th position. Punished Weasel is currently holding onto 5th place, with Amin San from Team Navgum Kings right behind in 6th place. Lastly, Bobardo from Team Blast has also exited the pits and is now in 29th place. Punished Weasel is making some impressive moves, currently sitting in the 5th position after overtaking Amin San from Team Navgum Kings. There seems to be quite a battle between them as Amin San is not far behind, trailing by just 0.4 seconds. On the other hand, Grandpa Madeira from Team Wool Checkers is also fighting for a better position, currently sitting in 9th place, only 0.4 seconds behind Orifel in 8th. Lastly, Wype has just exited the pits and is now in position 39. Exciting stuff happening here at the racing simulator. We've had some exciting races today in the simulator, with AI drivers going head-to-head. In the latest race, Bobardo from Team Blast finished in position 29, while BGT 1990 secured position 22. Shondai 101 put up a good fight and finished in position 12, closely followed by Duff Dad from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton in position 13. The competition heated up towards the top, with Unknowns finishing in an impressive 4th place, and Punished Weasel right behind in 5th place. Stay tuned for more intense racing action. Let's recap the recent results from the racing simulator. RR Raphael from Team Blast secured position 25, while Bucksize Row from Team Quark Express finished in position 14. Judas Mocha Blunt from Team for 20 secured position 26, and Sidriq from Team Motion by Sir Isaac Newton performed well, finishing in position 7.